Welcome to Off the Pitch. Today we're joined by Ishmael,
Yes.
the founder of Golden Youth Football Academy. Now, this isn't just any academy, is it? You know, this is something special. Tell us what makes it different.
So basically we're based in Gambia. We're from here, but the academy runs in Gambia. We got like coaching staff out there. All our kids are out there. And we run it from here kind of thing. So that's what makes it a bit different to a lot of other projects. So we've got from under 8s to under 18s at the moment. And in total, we got about 60, just over 60 kids.
What exactly is done in the academy?
So a bit of everything. So initially, and like over the years, we've been like working on our foundation, setting up like actual training, so like day-to-day, normal academy stuff, I guess. Working on that, making sure that's solid. And then now we're starting to work on moving in towards like community development, so like mentorship and help with like career advice and education support, that kind of stuff.
So it was set up by yourself as well as two others, Arian and your brother Camille. I mean, where did this whole idea come from?
It's kind of funny still, like obviously initially I was like quite a bit younger, and I wasn't like doing too much, like a bit of this, bit of that kind of stuff. And my mum was like, oh yeah, like, because she was like looking to move back to Gambia, and she was like, oh, why would you move back to Gambia and what would you do, kind of thing. And obviously like going out there to like just find a job and stuff didn't really appeal to me. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll have to set something up, and all I really know is football, if you know what I mean. Like, so then, I thought about it and was like, yeah, I could do like a football academy, because the infrastructure out there is not great, and obviously, like I said, I'm born and raised here, kind of thing. So I know like what can be done and the differences, kind of thing. So just trying to like bridge that gap really, and then just started from that idea that really is my mum's, I guess.
Your mum's the inspiration behind all of this. So from saying that, I take it you've got plans to move to Gambia?
Yeah, I guess in the long run, that's definitely like on the cards and stuff. Nothing like concrete yet, but like definitely like would look into it, definitely.
Yeah. So obviously, there's a lot of regulations and stuff, when you're working with children over here in the UK, like CRB checks and stuff like that. I mean, does the same sort of rules apply in Gambia as well?
Not exactly, to be honest. Like I said, that the infrastructure out there isn't as established as here, to be honest. So like a lot of that kind of stuff isn't really in place. But like I said, where like I've been like raised here and stuff, if you know what I mean, I'm trying to like bring like the good things, I guess, from like football and youth organisations and stuff from here like over there to try and like develop that. So therefore something that we look into and like trying to educate them a bit on like safeguarding and those kind of topics and issues, like from the bit I know from like youth work and football coaching. So yeah.
And when was Golden Youth Football Academy founded?
So I started like the project and looking into it, getting it registered, that kind of stuff, in like 2014. And then for a while, to be honest, I'd like sat on the idea that I had like the paperwork and stuff sorted, wasn't really doing too much with it. And then like, that's when like my older brother got involved. And he's like a bit like Mr. Motivator kind of guy, innit? So
come on.
Yeah, like so then he was like, he's like asking me like loads of questions, like, oh, what would you do about this, and like how would you raise funds and blah blah blah. And like, because I'd sat on that idea for a while, like, I had all the answers down, but yeah, like I said, I wasn't really doing nothing with it. So he's like, oh, what are you waiting for, kind of thing. And then from there, like, he like really started pushing me. And then we took on essentially like a team that was like near enough, like they'd started, but like they didn't have much equipment or a real framework. It was just like kids coaching really, kids getting coached, sorry. And then we just helped them out, like started supplying equipment, hiring coaches, that kind of stuff, and literally just built up from there.
And I mean, is this project something that was self-funded, or did you get sponsorship or any other?
No, it's like still self-funded, to be honest. Yeah, it was like pretty much just me and my brother. And then my friend Arian got involved after my brother, so that he's helped as well. Like we've reached not long ago, we got like loads of donations from Kitchener. They're based in like Ipswich. They're a YouTube team. They're doing quite a lot of stuff, especially up them sides. They donated like loads of stuff. They had like a charity game with like some ex-pros and stuff. And then like they collected like loads of donations for us that we're shipping over there like soon. So like we've had like donations over the years, and like sometimes like people help out with bits and pieces and stuff, but yeah, pretty much just like us and like friends and family and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, we also understand that you put on football tournaments yourself, as well as events and stuff. I mean, do you manage to raise a lot of funds or sponsorships through that as well?
Generally, we haven't raised, I'm not gonna lie, we haven't raised that much funds like through events that we've had as of yet, but for us, obviously, we knew that would like kind of come with time. Generally, over the past couple of years, we've been like working on like solidifying stuff in Gambia. But like now that's kind of like stable. We're like working on getting a bit more done out here and like raising awareness. So like the awareness has been really good from the tournament we set up. That one wasn't really a fundraiser. Then we've had a fundraising event not too long ago, and like again like raising a bit more awareness there. So we kind of like know that it's a process, and the funds kind of will come hopefully. And if not, like but one thing we've always tried to like work towards is being like self-sustainable as an organisation and trying not to rely on like funding and sponsorship, even though that would like really help right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like so, you know, a bit of both and kind of to see how it goes really. Yeah.
So I know at the events you've had support from like people like Pippa Monique, Junior Booker. I mean, who else has been, you know, supporting your project?
So so there's like Pippa, Junior came through, which was good. Like I said, Kitchener FC, they've done, you know, I've known them for a little while. I've had a couple of games with them. They supported like massive. That was like definitely the biggest like donation that we've had. Loads of equipment and stuff like that. In our tournament that we had, like quite a few teams came through, supported with that. So like Cheeky Sport were there, Hidden Talent, I know a few of those boys, they came through. So a few of the YouTube teams have supported and just helped like raising their profile. Flips from SE Dons.
Oh, okay. He was there as well.
Yeah, we've done a little stuff with him. So yeah, like slowly like there's, you know, been quite a bit of support and stuff like from bits and pieces here. So yeah.
And I mean, have you got any plans to sort of expand or grow, or what is, you know, your future plans?
So future plans are like we're looking to like do some collaborations with like youth and sport organisations here, and like kind of like bridging like the youth like here and the youth in Gambia. So we've got some plans with that coming up soon. Don't want to say too much, but yeah,
which is understandable.
But no, like, kind of like that idea. So that should be good. Do that next year. A few more like fundraising / awareness raising events here, and then over there like more like focusing on and trying to like get on like off the field support, because obviously like my thing is like as much as like, I love the football side of things, I don't want to like sell dreams over there to like kids and say, you know, I can get everyone playing pro, because that's not the case, especially at the moment. So obviously like knowing that you know there are issues like off the field out there, especially like just want to try and like help like off the field stuff if I can, with, you know, the boys that we've got at the academy. So yeah, getting into that mentorship and education support, that kind of stuff.
Okay, and I mean, how hands-on would you say your approach is with, you know, everyone in Gambia?
As much as like time and money allows me to be, really. Like when I'm out there, generally I'll go for like a month at a time. Again, depending on, you know, like money and time and stuff like that. And like when I'm out there, I'm pretty hands-on. Like I like travel a lot, like talk to the kids, talk to teachers, coaches, meetings. Like I try and like get involved in the training sessions. Like I love it all. So and the time goes like quite quick, so I try and like bang it out as much as I can while I'm out there, and obviously come back here and it's like a different kind of work, I guess. So so yeah, pretty hands-on when I'm out there. But yeah. And what would you say the feedback has been, you know, on this project from, you know, people in Gambia as well as over here in the UK? Generally, it's really positive, to be honest. Like, I get like quite a lot of support. People say that, you know, it's kind of new and there isn't like much similar kind of things going on. So that's really good. And out there, like a lot of people like get behind it and say that it's good. Obviously, like my mum's Gambian, innit? So I'm half Gambian. So obviously for them, like that kind of feeling of like giving back, even though, you know, I'm not from there, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not raised there, if you know what I mean.
Born here.
But yeah, you know, that feeling of giving back, like a lot of them like out there appreciate that. So that feels good and helps keep me motivated, really.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. I mean, also you mentioned on Instagram that you had, you know, 2019 was a bit of a tough year for you. I mean, why is that?
Like, to be fair, like it's always been like kind of hard with the project. Maybe like when I first started, it wasn't too much of a struggle, if I'm honest, because there wasn't too much going on. Me and my brother were both working, so like between us, like we could fund it all, those kind of things. But like as it's grown as a project, like I said, we still haven't received any like funding or sponsorship. So like obviously the responsibilities have kind of grown, and obviously it gets a bit more expensive for like me and my brother. And then like obviously we're both parents, and you know, just juggling all those kind of things, I guess, is sometimes a struggle. And then this year, more than like the other years, I haven't been working like full time as much, so like financially that was a bit of a strain, and sometimes it's just frustrating, I guess, like because I was like focusing on the project and seeing that grow, but obviously like, you know, you still want to do things and all that kind of stuff, like was a bit hard. But I've definitely like been able to see like the progress in the project where I've been like investing a lot more time in that, so it still feels kind of rewarding, so it's not too bad. Like it's ups and downs in it.
I suppose you've probably had to make a lot of sacrifices as well, you know, to get this project off the ground.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like with that, like again, like my brother, hats off to him. Like he, you know, he works really hard and he kind of does the work home kind of life, and that puts a lot of time into the project still. And like you said, like with the sacrifices, obviously, you know, there's things that we'd like to potentially do, you know, with our children or just in life or holidays, you know, little things that where, you know, we invest like time and money into the project. Sometimes it's not possible, but like you know, with the, you know, it takes time, and like in the long term we feel like, you know, potentially this could mean that, you know, maybe we don't have to like work anymore and can just do the project and stuff like that. So it should like hopefully come back to us, I guess, if you know what I mean. Like,
absolutely, hard work always pays off.
Yeah.
And what's been the biggest challenge that you guys have faced?
As like a one-off thing,
or a collection, or you know, whether it's been, you know, physically, mentally.
Probably financially, if I'm honest, you know. Like the challenges and that, like especially now it's been like 5 years, like you kind of come to enjoy it almost, if you know what I mean, like finding a way to get through the problem and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, apart from that, to be honest, I kind of enjoy it, like all of it really. And like I said, like knowing like that, you know, we employ a couple people out there, and you know, there's like a certain amount of kids that come every week, if you know what I mean, and enjoy that and take pride in that. You know, that's enough kind of really for me to keep it going, if you know what I mean. Like everything else, kind of like a bonus really. So I enjoy most of it, like, to be honest.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I think what you guys are doing is absolutely amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Thinking outside the box, something different, giving something back. So, you know, thank you for coming down as well and being a part of this. So keep up the amazing work, and we look forward to see what's to come.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Charlene.
Thanks.